Welcome back to Bold Radio. I'm your host, John McLeese. Sometimes in life, you just need some good advice. No one is an expert at everything. That's why we're proud to present the Bold Radio Expert Series, where we welcome a qualified and experienced individual to offer sound advice on an aspect of running a business. Our guest today is Chantal Sturk-Nadeau, Senior Vice President of Tourism Winnipeg. The mission of Tourism Winnipeg is to facilitate a healthy, prosperous, responsible, and fully integrated tourism industry that enhances the city of Winnipeg's economic growth, increases visitation, and delivers the best possible visitor experience. It's not something that can be denied. Our winters here are cold, and some years they are long. But winter in Winnipeg should be celebrated instead of ridiculed, and we're well on our way to changing people's attitudes. We're pleased to be joined today by Chantal Sturk-Nadeau to talk about how to best embrace the cold season. Chantal, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's great to have you. Winnipeggers are considered very tough individuals to endure our Winnipeg winters, but there's lots to look forward to in the cold season. I know myself, I love winter. I really try and embrace it with snowmobiling and outdoor activities. What activities and events happen throughout the winter here that you want to talk about?
You know, and I think when we look at our winters, you've always got those that are outdoor enthusiasts, and you got those that will always find it cold. And I always say, whichever one you are, embrace winter. And what I mean by embrace winter is for all those outdoor enthusiasts, the city has done an amazing job, and our tourism partners all around, I'd say in the last 3 to 4 years, to make our city a truly spectacular destination that has embraced our winters. There's so many things to see and do right now that there isn't a reason, if you're an outdoors person, to get out there, get off the couch, get off of watching Netflix once in a while, and get outside. If you don't know what to do, we are more than willing to tell you all the things that are great to see and do in our city on the outdoors. And then in the indoors, you're talking about those that still have that reluctance to want to buy a really good winter coat. And we keep saying, it's winter in Winnipeg. You've lived here all your life. Why are you not dressed properly? This has always been something that just annoys me because, it's everything to put your good winter boots on. It's just like a kid. Dress properly, and there's always a sunshine outside and a blue sky to really be able to embrace it, and you need shade. So there's a whole bunch of things that the city has to offer in the winter, and there isn't a reason why you shouldn't get out.
Well, I certainly agree with you on that. Dress for the weather, certainly. But let's talk a little bit about our river trails, for example. The city seems to have really embraced our river trails more ways than just clearing a path for walking or for skating. How has the river trails evolved, and why do you think they've become so popular in winter?
Well, even when you're talking about the river trail itself, people are always surprised that when 3.5 million visitors come to Winnipeg every year, that 20% of those visitors come over winter. Almost a quarter of our visitors are coming in a time where Winnipeggers their mindset is, why would somebody want to come? And really what's happened is Paul Jordan took it upon himself to really build, I would say, an amazing way to embrace our winter on the river. Yes, he's a skater, he's a cross-country skier, but at the same time, how do they connect with others that are kind of non-traditional partners to create that what's going on at the Forks in winter, a very popular time. And right now, even if you ask the Forks, their visitation, it matches their summer visitation in the winter. So Winnipeggers are going down there, and what they've done is they've developed such amazing programming with the warming huts, got themselves dealing with the architects, putting international competitions, raising awareness of our city as an architectural hub.
The restaurant,
the Deer and Almond, partnership on that end to getting that restaurant up. We've been able to, all the things that they've done, even from a programming for if you're not a skater or a skier, you can do curling. They've got bike races. We hosted the International World Bike Race last year, Congress. There's so many things that now that has happened at the Forks that have been amazing, and then take new attractions that have also been added to it. So look at Thermea Spa. A lot of people are now saying, oh, you know what, I don't really want to go in the summertime. I want to go in winter. How do I take that in? It's like a hot spring. So it's a completely different, unique experience once again. You've got the polar bears that are going on 365 days a year over at Assiniboine Park, and looking at the different ways of looking at the zoo and the different animals coming through, whether it's summer and in wintertime. So there's so many different ways to view the city that there isn't a reason to get out for sure.
Well, a lot of the winter activities certainly are appealing to the local population here, more so than they have in the past, that's for sure. But are you finding that Winnipeg is attracting tourism during these months as well?
Absolutely. Like I had said, 20% is coming over the winter time.
Yeah.
And what we have done is the 3 years ago when it was the coldest winter in Winnipeg for 50 or 100 years, we had the most positive earned media from around the world about Winnipeg. And what it was saying was how unique our culture embraces winter in travel and tourism magazines. Then we invited international travel writers over winter, and they produced pieces that went as far as San Francisco, Australia, the UK, all talking about how unique our winters are, the river trail, the polar bears, the restaurant on the river, the architecture, the arts and culture during that time. That was spectacular. Positive earned media on one time when it was the coldest winter over 100 years.
Chantal Sturk-Nadeau is with us from Tourism Winnipeg. How can Winnipeg improve on its winter tourist efforts? What do we need to do to make us move to the next level?
Well, I mean, it was funny because Sunday was World Tourism Day, and I had done a panel at the Gas Station Theatre with Joe from the Deer and Almond Restaurant, Ginette Lavac from Festival du Voyageur, and Jason from Downtown Biz. And really what it was we were talking about how to create new product and new experiences going on. And, I think part of it is the entrepreneurs of Winnipeg, as a city, making it easy for entrepreneurs to develop winter experiences like the restaurant on the river. What other things can we do as a city and an industry to come together with to embrace our entrepreneurs that are wanting to invest in something really creative and unique and different that's going to help us attract international attention? So all the involvement and the investment that has been made over the last 3 to 4 years have been private investment coming in and saying, oh, let's develop an outdoor spa. Oh, let's develop a restaurant on the bridge. How do we get architecture on River Trail? How do we create new programming to get people to come back? So it really is just taking it to the next level and ensuring that we're finding and embracing those entrepreneurs that are looking to develop new business ideas.
If people wanted to find out about what's going on around Winnipeg at any time of the year, where should they go?
tourismwinnipeg.com. We've got an events calendar, itineraries in different neighborhoods, things to see and do, but absolutely from an event-based tourismwinnipeg.com.
It's Chantal Sturk-Nadeau from Tourism Winnipeg.